Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. And it looks like we've actually got the names on the marquee backwards here. We're going to have Luke on Elves on the left side of the screen. Dom is playing Cephalid Breakfast, a list very similar to mine. If you've seen the channel, you may have seen Luke on his journey here into Legacy. One of our youngest players. So comments, YouTube actually has comments disabled if you have anyone under 14 on camera, so hopefully there won't be any cards that I'm unaware of. Hopefully won't need too much assistance. I should be pretty familiar with both of these lists. Dom's list pretty much mirrors what I've been playing, right down to the Limb Duels Vaults over the Recruiter of the Guards. And the full play set of Force of Wills. Of course, Luke is building up his elf deck. And it looks like he is in the midst of mulling. So we're going to go ahead and skip forward on that. All right, Luke mulling all the way down to find a Llanowar elf on the first turn. We'll see if we can use this acceleration to keep up with this explosive Cephalid breakfast list. Turn 1, Nomad and Core. At any point, a Cephalid Illusionist will be lethal from here. Looks like a Flooded Strand finding a Tundra. And now turn 2 for Luke. Starts out with Llanowar Elf into Finhorn Elves. And just passing the turn, so an underwhelming turn 2. And Dom actually having the combo here. And going to be milling out. For those unfamiliar, this deck will mill until it hits the Narcomoebas and then eventually Dread Return of Thassa's Oracle. There's some Cabal Therapies in there as well to clear the way. And now Dread Return. There's the Thassa's Oracle. And that's it. A turn 2 win for Cephalid Breakfast. Exactly the type of hand that you need against Elves, as it is also an explosive deck. But typically at least turn 3 or 4. I mean, Elves has more of an ability to go wide with a variety of Elves. Can also grind games out with Elvish Visionary. But not a whole lot I can do about a turn 2 combo like that. Really going to need access to some type of removal or some graveyard hate. We'll see what Luke brings in. And of course, there's Umezawa's Jite out of the sideboard for Cephalid Breakfast as well. So this is a very difficult matchup for Elves. Needs to be played very well. And you gotta have to hope that your answers line up with the questions. If you've got the Tormod script to stop them from comboing off, that's great. But at the end of the day, they may still get an Umezawa's Jite out there, and then you're going to have to rely on things like the Wirewood Symbiote to prevent combat damage from being dealt. Go ahead and skip forward with the hands here as well. All right, here Luke leading out here with a Forest Pass. Dom again fetching a Tundra. And playing a Brainstorm. Looks like during the end step. But a second Forest, still no play. Gotta wonder what is in Luke's hand here. How is he planning to interact with this explosive combo deck? Cabal Therapy being discarded. So Dom stuck on one land. And this is that adventure card that filters mana, right? This is a new addition to the list, trying to smooth out the mana. Now, Duress Oh, I did not follow what happened there. And it looks like a Narcomoeba, a Thassa's Oracle in hand, 2 Cephalid Illusionists, along with a Daze. This is an extremely dangerous hand. Duress not going to hit much. It does take the Daze. Didn't quite follow that sequencing. I'm not sure exactly what I witnessed there. Looked like a little bit of a miscommunication between the players, perhaps. And now Nomad and Core. Shuko getting tossed on there. Luke does have a nice setup. It really shows up well with that black background. Really appreciate it when the players put in the effort to make this look good. This is actually Dom's first time on camera. And he is digging to try and find that second land. When he finds it, this thing may be over. And he finds it. Swinging for 2. A Birchlore Ranger. Underground Sea being fetched out. And now Cephalid Illusionist. The milling begins. Oh, and we've got a Disfigure. That again targets the Cephalid. However, because Nomad and Core can continue targeting, in response, Disfigure not actually going to get there. Disfigure, a reasonable sideboard card in this matchup. Would not have really done anything against this draw, sadly. However, eventually these Narcomoebas are going to enter. And we'll see what Dom does from here. He may just need to cast that Thassa's Oracle from hand. Looks like he pulled up a little bit, playing around the graveyard hate. Will Luke have any type of discard that could possibly strip this Thassa's Oracle from his hand? The Nomad and Core really so much stronger than Shuko. Makes it incredibly difficult to interact with. It is a, I think, pretty underrated combo deck. This was potentially a pair of turn 2 wins. Dom stumbling on his mana, not having that second land on turn 2. But he did have the 2 combo pieces necessary. There's a kind of similar feel in some ways to Sneak and Show. And it looks like we've got some technical difficulties. We'll see if we can skip ahead. Yeah, and it looks like there wasn't any responses there. Some technical difficulties coming down the stretch as players are still figuring out their setups there. But that does show some power there for Cephalid Breakfast. It is a very dangerous deck, and not always obvious the best way to interact with it. There are some things that seem like they'll work that can sometimes be trumped just by different gameplay aspects, like Nomad and Core responding to any type of spot removal. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.